It would seem Raiden is right. I cannot draw on my lightning powers at will. It would be far too dangerous to proceed with the molding of the sands of time until I have mastered Raiden's lightning ability. Unfortunately, it would be out of my reach for now. According to Raiden, it was due to being in a life-and-death situation, as well as Master Raiden being temporarily bonded to my soul.
Liu Kang continued with his meditation. He begins having a flashback to the days of his youth, as a young Shaolin training with Kung Lao and Master Raiden, long before he participated in the tournament.
Kung Lao, you are too hot-headed. Remember, meditation is used to calm and sharpen one's mind. Relax your shoulders. You need to feel the world around you here. I will demonstrate it once again. This time, watch me carefully.
Raiden begins to demonstrate with extreme precise movement. His form is divine compared to the Wuxi masters. He cut into the wind like lightning while also being as light as a feather. His form was fierce yet gentle. Kung Lao and Liu Kang were awestruck.
Remember, meditation can help you see what remains unseen. One day, when you master the practice of meditation, you will have one of your own. Take this lesson to heart and learn it well. I don't know if I will ever get this. I don't understand why I would ever need to meditate. We are training to become warriors, not monks in the temple, Lord Raiden. Yes, you are training to become Shaolin warriors so you may represent the White Lotus in the upcoming Mortal Kombat tournament. However, a calm mind is just as important as fighting ability. Remember, one of you two will represent the White Lotus, so it is important that you use everything you learn here to your own benefit, young one. I understand, Lord Raiden. Forgive me for speaking out of turn. Worry not, Kung Lao. Having a fiery will is also something a great champion needs. I remember your ancestor, the great Kung Lao, being very much the same. Why, it feels like just yesterday I was instructing him. I do not wish for you to share his fate, so learn this well. Very good, Liu Kang. You are starting to get the hang of it. But don't forget, distractions can cloud your judgment. You must be able to ignore all forms of disruptions. Show off. What was that, Master Raiden? I didn't do anything. You hear the lesson, but do not learn from it. Kung Lao, everything you learn here is to prepare you for your final test. One of you two will represent the Order. I advise you to take my words more seriously. I get it, Master. I am sorry for my outburst. It won't happen again. I will take your advice to heart, Master. Of course you will. And to make sure you learn your lesson, you will have an extra hour of meditation, so rejoice.
The flashback begins to fade, bringing Liu Kang back to reality. Raiden, who had been observing from a distance, finally decides to approach.
It would seem you learned that lesson quite well, Liu Kang.
Yes, I felt a little meditation would help clear my mind. How did you sleep?
I'm a little sore. Getting used to sleeping is harder than I thought. I think it might be the hard floor.
I will see if I can find something softer. Also, I do have something I would like to ask of you, Master.
And what is that, Liu Kang?
I seem to be having memories appear like visions, or maybe even flashbacks. While I was lying in bed, I had a flashback to Princess Katana, one where I wasn't alive. How can that be?
The hourglass might have gifted you with more than just your own memories, but memories of those around you. How intriguing.
I see. That would make sense. Also, I was remembering a time when me and Kung Lao were training to become the one to represent the Shaolin.
Ah, yes. That was a different time, when Shao Kahn was the only threat we had to worry about.
Those lessons helped prepare us for the future. I'm sure if Kung Lao were here, he would say the same.
You both were my pride. like the sons I always wanted. I could not have asked for better students. But come, let us get to your lesson. You will need to fully master my abilities to master the power of the hourglass. Learning to control lightning is a lot like learning to control fire. When lightning strikes the ground, fire is left behind.
I see. Then how will I learn to use it the way you do, Master?
Okay, let's try something else. Close your eyes and imagine if you can. What is lightning? Lightning is a giant spark of electricity in the atmosphere between the clouds, the air, or the ground. It is a destructive force that can destroy, but it can also heal. Once you have mastered the ability, it has many uses that you will learn in time. But for now, let's try something small. I'll try and make it easy for you to understand. Let's take your fire for instance. There is many applications for fire. It can smolder your enemies away or provide a warm embrace to those around you. It can burn red or it can burn blue. Fire and lightning are just abilities that aren't necessarily destructive unless wielded that way. For example, Grandmaster Hanzo Hisashi's Hellfire when he was still Scorpion was used to seek vengeance. His only desire was to avenge his family and clan. But given time, he was able to create and use his power to protect his new clan, while ultimately being able to train Kenshi's son Takeda. It is in the application of the ability, not the ability itself. Power is just a tool. You must first be able to feel the electricity. Search deep within yourself. Push past the fire. Good. What does it feel like?
It feels chaotic, almost like it's bursting to get out, like a wild storm.
Very good, Liu Kang. You may relax for a second. Take my medallion in hand.
But Raiden, why would you give me your medallion?
This medallion is more than proof of me being the protector of Earthrealm. It is also a tool to harness the electricity in my body. Now it is yours. Let's try again. Close your eyes. What do you see this time, Liu Kang?
The lightning seems much calmer than before. I can feel the electricity running through my body.
Very good. You are starting to get the hang of it. Try and grab hold of the lightning and bend it to your will.
It is quite difficult, Master Raiden. The lightning is hard to control, even with the medallion.
Very well. Let's stop for now. What did you feel when you tried to control the lightning?
It was like trying to grab water. I couldn't grab hold of it. Then it was chaotic and fierce. It felt like it would strike me down at any moment. It might be too much for me to handle at this moment.
Good. Never forget this feeling. This is a good place to start to really grasp how to handle your new abilities.
I understand that mastering your lightning abilities is essential for me to be able to use the hourglass, but how will I use Kronika's crown to shape the sands?
The hourglass said we could use this new ability on the crown to see where Kronika's citadel is. Though you don't have full mastery of your powers yet, I will be here with you in case something goes wrong.
Very well. It couldn't hurt to try. Let us begin.
Liu Kang grasps the crown and stares at it for a moment, contemplating the risk of putting it on with his powers not fully under control. Fujin and Jax all had issues wielding it. The hourglass said only Shang Tsung could wield the crown successfully against Kronika, but it showed nothing of him being able to wield it to mold the sands of time.
What is it? Why do you hesitate?
I'm not sure how the crown will react to my powers not fully under control. Is this truly wise, Raiden?
The medallion I gave you should give you some protection against any unforeseen effects. However, I'll take the crown off of you if it becomes too much for you to handle.
Master Raiden, I'm willing to give it a try. May the
They no longer exist, Liu Kang. Instead, have faith in me and yourself.
Liu Kang nods and grabs hold of the crown and slowly places it on his head, but for some reason the crown does not react.
Why? Why has nothing happened? Could it be that the battle with Shang Tsung damaged it?
I do not think that to be the case. Try to call forth your lightning again, Liu Kang. This time, try to use the medallion to relegate the ability.
Liu Kang grabs hold of Raiden's medallion and starts channeling his fire. Suddenly, lightning begins crackling off his body to the point where he is completely enveloped in fire and lightning. Finally, the crown starts reacting.
I can see Shang Tsung, but it's so foggy. I just need to push a little deeper.